Okay, good morning. It is morning, and what you're going to see is from the tractor cab. Mr. Joseph was doing a little filming from the tractor cab while I was running that stack wagon. Now, this stack wagon is a lot more complicated than the old stack wagon, but it works wonderfully. I like it a lot, but we do have some glitches here and there, which I'm going to need to iron out with the company that made it. It's pretty simple. It's just electronic things, and I need to know how to reset or calibrate to get it to go. But anyways, people want to know what my bale counts are. Well, I have a goal of about 45,000 bales through these balers. That's what my goal is. I believe the straw is here. I believe the crew can do it. We're doing quite good. The early startup we've gotten through the hiccups, I think. And I think we're just going to keep right on plugging away without too much problems. Now, it's going to be I don't know, it's going to be a long 2 months, but we're going to get it done. We are right now about, I'm going to say 8% of where my goal is. We are at just, about 8%. So if I have, another 3 days, I think we've really bailed for 3 solid days. Another 3 days of actual, of going, I'll have 16, probably closer to 20% of my goal through these balers. Now, picking up with the stack wagon is slower than anticipated because the distances we have to run. But it is what it is. Now, the fields are a little rougher than I expected. Not undoable, but rougher than I expected for the simple reason they had a really wet fall. They had a really wet spring. Putting on fertilizer was wet and rutted up. And that's what's slowing us down with the stack wagon, because normally we could just fly across the field at 20 miles an hour, but not with this bad boy. It's kind of bumpy. I'm going to let some more air out of the tires on that thing today, just because it's just entirely too rough. But you're going to look at what I'm doing here, loading the baler and talking about this twine that I'm not too thrilled with. But enjoy the rest of it.
Good morning,
Thank
Timothy.
you.
He's so happy today. Tim's tired. We're working him a little hard, aren't we? He's okay, though. We got Haley Grace. Turn your wheel the other way, kid. Harder. Come on back. Come on back. Straighten it up. Good there. All right, she's Fuel Girl. She runs with this tank. This is our DIESEL tank. Got some garbage there. She's keeping the fuel and the baling twine to us. We haven't needed baling twine off grid yet, but we will today because these are going to go out pretty quickly. They're just a sea hair in there, and the rest, these are getting pretty light. We've only got 12 balls to go in or so. I think we got 3, 6, 9, 12 balls out. I do not like this baling twine. This is not that this baling twine manufacturer is bad. It's that it is that. I am used to running a 600 or 650 knot strength twine. And when you are used to running that type of twine, it becomes a real pain in the ass to try and bale a tight bale with 440 pound knot strength. So they call it 440 plus, which is good because it exceeds 440. That just means that the minimum knot strength is 440 pounds. Not all of them are over 440, but none of them are below 440 pound knot strength. That's not an average. Most of the baling twines, this is an average number. So you will have somewheres around, some of them will be in the 300 and God knows what range, and others will be in the close to 500 pound range, but that's not this. This is the minimum knot strength. That's what that means. So we're going through it pretty okay, not too much. Probably a little later today we're going to need someone to be bringing us another probably 40 balls because we're going to burn through it. We're behind on packing them in for the simple reason we didn't know where it was. So I got to get Mr. Tim straight here, so I might as well give him a little bit of a teaching moment here. Okay, so this one here, if you look at that, see that? That's going to be an asshole.
Made it like that.
I don't know. Look, it just turned. So what you do is this. What are these? We're not going to worry too much about that, other than we need to unwind it. So we'll just unwind it. Right, we're almost there. We're there. Okay. Oh, one more. Almost out. So what you do is you move them up. That hurt me. You move those up like so. Right? And then tie it in. Got it? So you can't just tie them in elsewhere because they'll cut through the sides. That's why I'm the anal one when it comes to this. Go ahead, you can do the next one. So all you have to do is move that one there, make sure it's not knotted up. And double them over like this. 2 and then 1. Okay? Okay, but wait. Gnats. Huh? Gnats. Natszilla. Yeah, you got it. You got it. So bring this one to this, and that over, and there is a spare one.
You know how to do this, Joe? Once over left, twice over left.
Now, no, well, yes, but you have to move. That's where tomato and Joe will be working. Huh? The 100-acre wood. We're gonna rock ocean. Before we go, we gotta check engine oil. That's another thing. Hate this Baler Twine. Did I say that today? Have I said I hated this Baler Twine yet today?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
I think I did a couple of times. I think I even made a video of it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not used to it. Fucking shit. I did tell you I found out where the meat is, right? Oh, what'd you scare me for, you crazy man? Mr. Tim's a great guy. He gets a little grumpy when he's tired, but all in all, did you tuck him like this?
Yes.
You can be an asshole at times, though, right? Everybody agree? But I think we all can be assholes, right? Oh, we love you, Monchichi. What'd you do?
Nothing. I thought this one just wasn't tied.
Alright, so we need to. Hey, did you slip this pickup at all? Ratchet? Did it ratchet?
I guess. When I plugged up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went. So you got the little screen that said that this thing was kind of fucked up. Hey, you know what? We do need to look at that. I think you need to be lower. I'm gonna lower you one because these rotaries.
We're lowering pace now.
Huh?
You're lowering pace now. Probably for
Gonzalez. Okay. Hey Joe, you like dust down your neck? Okay, let's say we get some grease guns going. All right, so in order to raise and lower these Krone balers, these wheels do not run on the ground. They are merely for protection of the pickup. Okay, so what you do is you take this clip out, and there's little gator teeth here. Right? You take these off. You say,
God damn it.
I did it now, but Daddy knows what he's doing, so here we go. Then you just move them either this way or this way. We're dealing with rotary combines, so the rotary combines are chewing up the straw a lot more than, say, the conventional ones. So what we need to do is actually lower it, and that lowers down onto this block of steel. And these wheels, they just kind of go ahead and climb up in the cab and drop this header. I want to see where it's at. I do have an issue with that door there that has to be resolved. It's locked. Oh, yeah. For the love of straw, right? So he'll lower that and you'll see where it hits. Now you got to watch these wheels. They have to just touch the ground, barely touch the ground. Oh. Yeah, we're only at 3. So what we do is you move this one here to the next hole, which is a half hole. And go ahead, drop it down. And that's what you want it to do. Just barely graze the ground. It rides on those things there. So if you get a gopher hole or a tilt in the field, that'll grab it. So that side's done. Raise it up a bit. And we'll do the other side. I'm going to give you the tutorial on these balers. These things are, these balers are really good. You just got to know what in the hell you're doing in order to make them function correctly. Now, I'm not perfect, and I will be honest, the first time I did this baler, the first baler, I ran those on the ground and I wore out the hinges. Okay, so that's perfect. That's what it's supposed to be, just like that. We're good. Excellent. Okay, go ahead and drop it down, and now we're going to go on to the greasing of the baler. Okay, Tim, shut her down.